let's get this thing started. I'm probably gonna have another awkward ending for this clip, but then I'm sure everyone's gotten used to the abrupt endings of clips in this LP. I'm pretty sure we're going to have time for the mission itself, just not the post-mission dialogue. And that's gonna make the next clip a lot more dialogue-heavy with very little action for us to do. Not that we can really call this an action-packed game, even though we've gone through battle after battle around here. Excuse me for being annoyed that the game felt the need to reiterate something we already heard the characters themselves talk about just before I said to start the battle. I did not bring Will with us. We are not going to be able to use the ballista ourselves here. No, I won't, and we can get this mission done without bothering with it. I know we're not using all the tools at our disposal, but still, the important thing is us getting the job done, not how it's done. I probably should have arranged it so the melee riders would be in front, not Urk and Wrath. For some reason, I just left our two highest scoring fighters in the back line. Maybe because I just didn't think to check what our formation was before the fight? I'll see if I pay for that mistake or if it's just going to be something to forget about later. May as well get Lynn moving a bit further. I doubt there's anyone nearby who can take her down in a hurry from full health at the very least. I would have felt a bit better about it if we could have had her standing in one of those forests. Ah well, take what you can get. Sworn I already gave Sane's spare Vulnerary to someone who didn't have one. Did I forget to do that in the previous clip, or did I forget to save so the prep work I did last time didn't end up being remembered by the game when I picked it back up? Either way, we're probably gonna need to give him a spare sword here. His is getting a bit worn down. Lucius is the only one going for the village on the right side. Understandable, there aren't that many enemies in that direction. Definitely a bad choice of target there, though I suppose the fact that Wrath can't strike back made it more appealing than trading blows with Lynn. Your advantage does not mean much here, sir. In fact, that got you killed! I'm sorry, how is Lucius overpowered compared to his enemies when he hasn't even had the chance to level up yet? That's 2 kills in short order, putting him just shy of becoming an ace in this mission. And look at that, he just leveled up! Not an especially amazing level up, but he's still doing pretty well for himself out here. Now, how do we capitalize despite the fact that I managed to put myself into another traffic jam? Ugh. Definitely looks like Nils is going to have plenty of work to do as we try to get further south. I suppose that's one good thing about having our troops in a line like this. Seems the swordsman is going to be more troublesome than the guy on horseback. I suppose the question is, do I want Lynn to get a kill, or to soften someone up for someone else to kill? Right, kill it is. Definitely appreciate seeing that strength and defense go up, but apparently Lynn is more of a skill and speed demon. Whereas our two cavalry boys are pretty damn strong defensively. The poor bastards can't even hurt us, or at least the standard goons can't. Definitely nice to see in melee, even if the bosses are frequently annoyingly more powerful than any of their goons. I suppose we run into bosses often enough that there's no risk of us becoming outright complacent in that respect at least. Though I'm sure I'm displaying a few bits of complacency as we're getting closer and closer to the end of the first campaign of this game. And that makes 6 for Urk. May as well get Dorcas another kill or two, since we've got some spearmen for him to clash against. I'm not too sure what speed is going to grant Nils. It's not like he can strike at anyone anyway. And son of a bitch, even after getting a boost, he's not gonna make it to that cavalry bastard just yet. Though I suppose I could use the hand axe to at least get a pot shot on him. Not the best place to put Wrath, but I seem to have made a few mistakes just positioning our troops here. Nothing we can do about that now, though. We just have to work with what we've got. And what we've got is actually pretty solid, all things considered. We've got some good people in this fight and plenty of gear to take out all the hostiles in front of us. Again, it really feels awkward to have Sarah healing paper cuts like this, but then it's not like anyone out here is critically injured, so, Since when do fleas break the fly swatter? Seriously, have some more respect for the people who've been slaughtering your men in front of you. I would have thought we'd have grown beyond that kind of arrogance from our enemies the moment we started fighting against soldiers instead of raiders. But I suppose all the bad guys have to have an overinflated ego and a certain blindness to the abilities of the player's party. Otherwise, they might actually try to do something more intelligent than just mindlessly fling a bare few close troops at us at a time. Huh. Why didn't the ballista try to go for Nils or Sarah? I would have thought they'd be more tempting targets. spearman is gone. That makes 7 for Dorcas. Not too sure what luck grants us, but I suppose it's no harm gaining more of it. And I most certainly appreciate the points in health and strength as well, considering Dorcas is about the closest thing to a tank we've got outside of our cavalry boys. And that makes 90 for the team as a whole, assuming I haven't done any miscounting, of course. Shame that the ballista doesn't seem to have really done anything for the enemy, considering it was supposed to be the big gimmick for this mission. And excuse me for feeling disappointed we didn't get to see any animations as Wrath took that guy on the ballista down. I suppose they needed a few space-saving measures on the cartridge. Still, I doubt that showing a sprite on a ballista in the usual battle animation would have been all that difficult to pull off. And I'm pretty sure we're not going to see a ballista sprite in the fine animation thing in the other Game Boy Advance game that released outside Japan either, so... Huh. That's good to know. I'm kind of surprised we didn't get that information earlier. We certainly had plenty of tutorials on the way to this mission, and hell, we had one about the frickin' ballista at the start of this one. And some of that information was told to us twice, when there was no possible way we could have forgotten it. Shame that we're unlikely to use that gift in this mission, considering how far away from everyone else Lucius is. Just because we know someone who can use it doesn't mean we're going to be able to get her in time for her to use it on the next boss. Now, do we get our healer moving a bit more, or the mage who can actually do some damage? Really? Just 2 spearmen? That's his reinforcements? That is downright sad. I should not feel so sorry for a hostile with so little personality that exists just for the sake of giving us a little more trouble. I'm not even bothering to remember his name, so why am I feeling sorry for the guy that he's just losing troops left and right when that's the entire point of things out here? We want to sweep through our enemies with no casualties on our side. Hell, if we took any casualties in this game, I'd reset. Oh, it definitely feels like I prefer Sane over Kent, which makes it a bit funny that Kent's the one who's in the lead in terms of kills. Anyway, may as well have Sarah heal Wrath there. I hope he won't take any more hits, but charging ahead and seeing if we can get a few more kills with him seems a bit too risky at the moment. definitely appreciate the fact that Sarah can take a hit better now. Who knows if some bastard on a ballista in a later mission might take a shot after him. Well, the enemy won't get across the bridge without our permission. That's good for the moment. We're not going to stay at the bridge for long, just one turn, but we still have to do something to control the battlefield here. Just because I'm feeling sorry for this guy doesn't mean I'm going to take it easy on him. Especially with how I keep making some easily avoided mistakes that make things just that little bit less efficient for us. It's probably a good thing that I haven't unlocked hard mode in this game, considering how I'm handling things so far. Sure, I'm not doing anything especially horrifically bad when I'm in control, but I'm still putting myself in some traffic jams and occasionally letting people take hits they probably shouldn't. Okay, 2 more kills for Dorcas. Definitely appreciate the number of spearmen they're throwing at us here. Huh. Guess the enemy has some of those opposite weapons we were just told about. Apparently, it's not doing them enough good, since we're apparently still lucky enough to land some hits against them when they supposedly have the advantage. Well, good to see that its sword is still neutral against other swords. They aren't changing all the rules around here. Definitely would prefer that Dorcas get some healing before pushing him any further ahead. Just 2 lucky hits would be enough to take him down at this point. That level up could have been worse. Should I be pleased that Sarah has an easy target to heal, or annoyed that the healing didn't manage to finish his obscene health bar? Ah well, at least Dorcas doesn't have to worry about wonky spears that screw with axes from the guy on the left side of the map. Pretty sure the remaining axeman on the right, and the boss himself, has the only remaining newly introduced weapon. By the way, notice how the game did not feel the need to spell it out in an overly extended way like every other tutorial we went through. We just got one optional explanation in that village, where we gain one of those weapons, and then experience the enemy using the weapons that flip the rock, paper, scissors we've gotten familiar with on its head. Why couldn't the game have handled giving us information that way for all the earlier tutorial bits? It would have been more fun for me. an anti-sword axe. Got to admit, I do like the name Sword Reaver, but did the anti-spear weapon have to be called Lance Reaver? Seriously, giving every opposite weapon the word Reaver kinda makes the word Reaver feel a bit less awesome. Guess I'm using Lucius to buy a replacement weapon for someone else since he's back here. Not that there's all that much space in Lucius's pockets at this point. If only we had a team inventory. Son of a bitch, that's abysmally little damage. Again, I could have sworn that Lynn had the Armor Slayer blade when I ended the previous clip. Ugh. It took you long enough to notice. You're the last one left, so if you want her, come take her yourself. Well, Kent is hitting harder per strike, but it's still not great, since the boss is on a frickin' space where he's gonna heal every turn. I'm kinda disappointed that he doesn't have any special dialogue with Lynn, Kent, or Sane. After all, he's a Knight of Caeland. That should mean something here. And Sane is doing more damage than either of the others in this attack. Just one more push after this and he's done. If I did some proper prep work before the fight even started, then this would have gone a little faster, but I'm still pretty satisfied with this speed. Son of a bitch. Should have saved that dance for Urk. Even at the end of the mission, I'm making some small mistakes. Oh, come on. I could have had Wrath try to finish this. And Kent earns the 100th kill of the team. Your reinforcements were killed before they even got in your sight.